Hi guys, welcome to Classic TV Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Before we get started, I want to ask you to please subscribe. Thank you very much. Today's video is on 10 things that you never knew about That Girl. Remember that show with Marlo Thomas? Check it out. Let's start with the show was initially called Miss Independent. Working title of the series was Miss Independent. Personal meaning to Marlo Thomas was a nickname given to her by her father, Danny Thomas, comedian and star of Make Room for Daddy. The show was a Thomas family affair, at least in one episode. The season 3 episode, My Sister's Keeper, featured most of the Thomas family. Marlo's sister, Terry, played a major role as a nun, and Anne-Marie's secret singing voice for a soda commercial. Brother Tony Thomas turns up as a drummer. In the final scene, Danny Thomas bumps into Anne-Marie. He is dressed as a priest. Naturally, she says, "Excuse me, Father." Marlo Thomas was almost in a series called Two's Company instead. I did the pilot for a show called Two's Company. She explained in the book We Killed, The Rise of Women in American Comedy. It was a very cute show about a couple who had been married for a week or so. This particular Two's Company had no relation to the 73 pilot of the same name featuring John Amos, nor was it related in any way to Three's Company. The pilot failed to make it to the series, but the network liked what it saw in Marlo Thomas. Clairol helped get the sitcom off the ground. Loving Thomas' work in Two's Company, the network believed that 20-something actress was ready to headline her own series. Clairol, the cosmetics giant, was a fan too. They were looking for a girl to sell shampoo. Thomas later explained they needed a young female star, and they thought I was it. Without the backing of the beauty company, we might not have ever had that girl. The landmark book, The Feminine Mystique, helped sell the show. While Clairol and ABC hungry for a Marlo Thomas sitcom, the network asked the actress for ideas. She pushed to have a show about a woman unlike any other on TV, a woman who would not be a mom or a wife. She gave ABC head of programming, Ed Sherrick, a copy of Betty Friedan's feminist landmark, The Feminine Mystique. The best-selling nonfiction book of '64, The Feminine Mystique, proved that there was hunger for an inspiring single working woman on TV. She refused to have her character get married. Both ABC and Clairol pushed Anne-Marie to marry her beau Donald at the end of the series. Thomas fought to keep the marriage out of the relationship, though she did somewhat reluctantly allow for the couple to get engaged. She said in We Killed, "No wedding. There will be no wedding. First of all, it's a betrayal to all the young women who have been following this show and finding their own independence. If we get married in the last show, what we're saying is that the only happy ending there is, and that's dangerous." Her words, not mine. Anne-Marie originally had the same TV dad as Richie Cunningham and Rhoda. That Girl, like Gilligan's Island, is one of those comedies with dramatically different pilot episode. In this case, Anne-Marie's father, Lou Marie, was at first portrayed by Harold Gould. Gould was also briefly Howard Cunningham in a pilot episode of Happy Days, Love and the Happy Days, and an installment of Love American Style. He would at last become an iconic TV dad as Martin Morgenstern on Rhoda. Donald's name in the pilot was Donald Blue Sky. Anne-Marie's boyfriend was quite different at the pilot, too. His character claimed to be part Cherokee, thus was named Donald Blue Sky. Ted Bessel played the part in the pilot and stayed for the full series. There was a That Girl Gothic horror novel. Shortly after That Girl wrapped in '71, the character of Anne-Marie lived in a bizarre tie-in novel. Paul W. Fairman penned the book, which certainly seemed to be a steamy horror novel with the names changed to match characters on the show. The Gothic murder mystery was set in Maine and thus much closer to Dark Shadows. The Broadway marquee in the opening credits were technically impossible. The show carried different sets of opening credits over its 5-season run. There is what we call the Marlo Thomas stop sign version and the train track version. In the latter, Anne-Marie trots giddily around Manhattan. At one point, she ends up near Times Square as marquees for the popular Broadway musicals flash on the screen. They are a bit of an anachronism. The Star-Spangled Girl with Anthony Perkins opened on December 21st of '66, Philadelphia, Here I Come, and closed on November 26th of 1966. And Marie would not have seen both signs on the same stroll. And there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this. As I've said on the other channels, please leave comments in the comment section below about what you want to see, and then I'll do my best to fulfill that. So let me know, and we'll go from there. Don't forget about classic rock and country music facts and trivia. Head on over there. Please subscribe. Have a great day. God bless. Be praying for you.